Alright guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Steve Clarke experiment with Scotland. So in the first time out, he did not too bad. He qualified us for the Euros, and that's all you can ask. It's the first time we've been there in 22 years. Now, I don't think the results were as convincing as we would have liked, or maybe we would have even expected from Steve Clarke since he'd done that amazing job at Kilmarnock. But let's be honest, he got us there. Fucking Alex McLeish wouldn't have got us out of Scotland, you know what I mean? He could take us on holiday and still not fucking cross the border, right? We would not have got to bloody whatever the 2020 Euros are happening, right, with McLeish. So hopefully he's, at the job centre finding success, but when it comes to Steve Clarke, he's going to find us success on the international stage, or at least that's what I'm hoping. So before we find out how he done, I thought it'd be cool to have a look at what's happening in Scottish football and how the domestic Scottish football scene has looked over the last 2 seasons. So, just straight away, we covered that Kieran Tierney had moved to Liverpool, which I don't like that move, to be honest. Scotland's 2 best left-backs in the same club team. It just doesn't make much sense. But Scott McKenna has joined Celtic, which is, I guess a good move for him. John Souttar has joined Espanyol as well. Like, what the fuck? So 2 big moves there when it comes to Scottish players. But let's have a look at see how the Scottish leagues have went. So in the 2018-2019 season, you'd expect that Celtic won the league. They did, 8 in a row then? So fair play to them. Hamilton got relegated. You can see top goal scorer, 29 goals, Edward. Amazing return there. Overachievers were Hibs. They finished 3rd. Underperformers, Aberdeen. They finished 5th in the first season. In terms of Europe, Rangers were eliminated from the Europa League, second qualifying round by Lech. Aberdeen were eliminated in the 3rd qualifying round by AZ. Celtic got beaten in the Champions League playoff by Young Boys. Normally Celtic like to beat off to Young Boys, but it looks like tonight they just got beat by the Young Boys, so unlucky for them, I guess. Hibernian got knocked out in the group stage, which is pretty good. Hibernian actually got to the group stage. Fair play to them, man. Get it fucking right of them. And then in the Europa League, Celtic, sorry. The young boy victims, they got beat by Arsenal, which is interesting, in the quarter-finals. So overall, it looks like a pretty good year for Scottish football. I would definitely expect the coefficient to go up. Hibs actually getting through to the group stage, Celtic getting to the quarter-finals. Very successful. In terms of the awards, you can see it's just basically all been dominated by Edward. So, Player Manager of the Year, Paul Heckingbottom. Writers Manager of the Year, Neil Lennon, Celtic. And then you can see Edward won all the other individual, achievements. Player of the Year, SW Player of the Year, Top Goal Scorer, Young Player of the Year, Writers Young Player of the Year. So, Edward basically dominating all that. In Season 2, I think Celtic, is it fair to say they won again? They did, so Celtic again won the league. Top goal scorer, this time was only 15, so Lee Griffiths almost half the goals Edward got the previous season. Maybe, who knows, it's potentially Celtic sold Edward, and that's why maybe all the goals have dropped off. Signing of the season was Owain Font Williams, 35k for Aberdeen. Celtic paid 8.25 million for McKenna. I'm really surprised Aberdeen got that much money out of them. But that's a good deal for them. So there you go, Celtic doing 9 in a row. Livingston got relegated. Celtic won the Scottish Cup. Rangers won the Betfred Cup. Celtic Reserves won the Iron Brew Cup. And in Europe, so again, Celtic getting knocked out of the Champions League 3rd qualifying phase. So Celtic just not having the best of time. They can't seem to get into the Champions League by Maccabi Tel Aviv. Hibs got eliminated in the 3rd qualifier by Zenit. Very unlucky. Kilmarnock got eliminated in the 3rd round by Villarreal. Scottish teams just having no luck. I mean, to get Zenit and Villarreal both in the 3rd round, that's tough. Like, maybe you'd expect them playoffs, but 3rd round, that's a very tough tie. Rangers got to the group stage, so they matched Hibs from last season. And Celtic again got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. This time getting eliminated by Shakhtar Donetsk. So, I don't know, man. Based on how these things are going, I think we could maybe be getting 2 teams back in the Champions League pretty soon. Scotland, they're onto something here. Paul Heckenberg won the Players Manager of the Year, and the Writers Manager of the Year. Glenn Kamara Won a few awards for manager of the year. Top goal scorer was Lee Griffiths, obviously. And you can see Adjer won the Young Players of the Year, or Young Player of the Year, sorry, and Daniel Aranse won the Young Player of the Year. Right, that's all well good and said, but let's find out how Scotland got on. This is what everyone came to see. Can Steve Clarke deliver? Fucking hope so. Alright, so we're just going to go through all the matches, because obviously if I go to the schedule, with it only been 3 group games, you'll be able to tell straight away whether we qualified or not. So we're going to go through the schedule. So, opened up with Serbia, Slovenia 1-1. I'm not really going to call it any results unless it's something I feel like it's worth mentioning, because let's be honest, we're only doing this to see how Scotland got on. So let's skip. Interesting to see how we got in our group. So there you go, Scotland's first game. We lost 3-2 to Sweden. Absolute shit. Absolute shit. Full match details are not available for this fixture for some reason. I don't know why, but when you lose your first game of a competition, you're going to struggle to get through. I'm not sure if we've got Bosnia and Herzegovina or Holland in our group. I don't know. Both those teams probably in our group. Or, well, it's either those teams or it's either Norway and England that's in our group, and England beat Norway 3-0. So, be interesting to see. Spain smashed the Republic 3-0. And let's move on then. What else have we got? Kosovo are in the Euros. Fucking insane. Alright, so let's see next. Oh, Group C, right. So it must be England that's in our group then. It is England, and they beat us 3-1, for God's sake. Full match details are not available again for this fixture. What the hell? So, we lost to Sweden. We've lost to England. Norway have beat Sweden. I don't know if we can still qualify or not. We've got no points. I know some groups 3 teams go through, but I don't know, man. They're all on 3 points and England's on 6. This has been disappointing. Steve Clarke, pull the fucking finger out, man. Come on. What are you doing here? What else happens? We don't really care, do we? I mean, pretty much got it here. So here is the last group game. So we're going to find out, guys. We need a win. We need a win to have any chance of going through. And we get shafted. A draw against Norway. Can we check? No, there's no details of it. Fucking hell. That is absolute pish. England beat Sweden. So England picking up, am I right, maximum points from this entire group. We'll check it off in a bit. At least England didn't win it. France knocked them out in the last 16. Italy beat Holland. Switzerland beat Slovenia. Poland knocked out Serbia. Portugal beat Czech Republic. Croatia beat Norway. Herzegovina knocked out Germany. Shocking result there. Spain beat Denmark 3-0. Quarterfinals, both Italy and Portugal are through. The other quarterfinals, Switzerland and Spain. Semi-final, Portugal have beat Spain by 2-1. Italy have beat Switzerland 2-1. So it's going to be an Italy-Portugal final. Got a feeling Portugal will take this one. And Portugal do take it by 3-1. And again, no full match details available. Why? I'm not too sure, but let's see if we can... Is there any way we can have a look here and actually see what happened? Stages, so that's Portugal 1-2 in a row. Right, well, let's see our group. We'll have a quick look at the group here and see... Fuck me! Keep clicking on the wrong thing. We'll see why we ended up so far behind, or why were we so pish. So England picking up maximum points. And we got a draw once. Fucking draw. So even if we'd have beat Norway in our last game, I don't think 3 points would have been enough to take us through. If that was the case, Sweden probably would have went through as the 3rd place team, you know. So that didn't happen. Jesus, that was pretty... I'm not too happy about that, right? I don't want to see Callum Patterson. Let's go to senior squad schedule. Right, so here we are. Here's first game against Sweden. Goals for Lee Griffiths, Graham Shinney. England, we got another goal for Lee Griffiths. We're 3-0 down, so that was just a consolation at that stage. And then, oh my, I totally forgot, man. We were fucking joint hosting it, man. That's shocking. Look at that. We're at Hampden. We couldn't even beat bloody Norway. Jesus Christ. Lee Griffiths scored in every game, though. Two out of our 3 games were at Hampden. And we did fucking shite. That is a joke, man. That is an absolute fucking joke. Can't believe that, man. Absolutely can't believe that. Right, so Steve Clarke, he's went from pretty much hero to zero. He got us to the Euros, but he did absolutely nothing while he was there. Oh my god. Right, so I don't know, what did we do now? What did we do? You can see the next European League is on. We're in a group with Iceland and Poland. We beat Iceland in the first game 1-0. A goal for Matt Ritchie. Second game away in Poland, we lost 2-0. Goals for Patek and Robert Lewandowski. A 2-1 loss to Switzerland in a friendly. And then we beat Poland 3-1 at Hampden. Goals for Jack Harper and John McGinn with a brace. And then in the final game, where that defeat could haunt us, a draw probably would have been enough to take us to the top of the group, but we've ended up losing thanks to a Horror Magnuson goal. And we'll check how we got on here in this group, but I don't think it's going to read too good for us. It ain't. Okay, it's not. So I guess even if we did draw, then we probably wouldn't have won anyway, I guess. Well, actually, we would have if it goes on head to head. If we'd have beat Iceland, we would have went through. If it goes on goal difference, then we wouldn't have went through because, unless we beat Iceland by a massive amount. But that wasn't to be, right? So we're still going to remain in the Division B of the Euro International League, and it means that we do have the actual qualifiers then for the World Cup coming up next. So it wasn't a good Euros for Steve Clarke, but I did say we were going to make this experiment a 3-part series. And we will find out whether Steve Clarke can A, qualify for the World Cup, and B, how he will perform in that World Cup. But so far, I don't know what to think of this. I mean, it's great that we finally qualified for a tournament, but we got to the tournament with home advantage in 2 games, and we could only muster up 1 point. Do you know what I mean? When you can put it like that, it's a big, massive fucking failure. But at least they got us there. Do you know what I mean? At least they got us there. So it is what it is, guys. Let me know what you think of the series. Let me know what you think of how Steve Clarke performed, and do you think he'll qualify us for the World Cup in episode 3, the finale? And if so, how do you think we'll perform in the World Cup? Let me know that down below in the comments. And until next time, this has been the Steve Clarke Experiment, a Scotland manager. Peace.